The United States and Russia are preparing for a second high-level meeting. This comes after an initial meeting in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, on February 18, 2025. The upcoming meeting is scheduled to take place within the next 2 weeks. The location is yet to be determined. However, sources suggest it will be in a neutral country. This development signals a potential thaw in the icy relations between the two superpowers. The conflict in Ukraine has deeply strained ties. It has also fueled global instability. The upcoming meeting offers a glimmer of hope. It suggests both sides are willing to engage in dialogue. The first meeting in Riyadh was considered constructive. Agreements were made to reopen embassies in both countries. This indicates a step towards normalized diplomatic relations. The upcoming meeting will seek to build on this fragile progress. The fact that these talks are happening at all is significant. It demonstrates a willingness to communicate. This is crucial for any hope of resolving the Ukraine conflict. The world will be watching closely for any signs of progress. The Riyadh meeting, though preliminary, set a positive tone. Described as positive, upbeat, constructive, it marked a departure from previous tensions. Both sides acknowledged the need for improved relations. This provides a foundation for further discussions. Key figures at the Riyadh meeting included high-ranking officials from both countries. The US delegation included Secretary of State Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Russia was represented by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Putin's advisor Yuri Ushakov. While the specific participants for the upcoming meeting are yet to be announced, it is expected that both sides will send senior representatives. The involvement of such high-level officials underscores the seriousness of the situation. It also highlights the importance both countries place on these talks. The Riyadh meeting, however, did not include representatives from Ukraine or European nations. This has raised concerns about transparency and potential sidelining of key stakeholders. The upcoming meeting will need to address these concerns. Inclusive dialogue is critical for a lasting solution in Ukraine. The primary objective of these talks is to find a peaceful resolution to the ongoing war in Ukraine. The conflict has resulted in a devastating humanitarian crisis and destabilized the entire region. A negotiated settlement is the only path to lasting peace. Beyond Ukraine, the US and Russia have a long list of issues to address. These include arms control, cybersecurity, and regional conflicts. Finding common ground on these issues is essential for global security and stability. The upcoming meeting offers an opportunity to begin this process. Both sides have agreed to discuss irritants in their relationship. This suggests a willingness to address difficult topics. This is a positive sign, as acknowledging and addressing these irritants is crucial for building trust. The potential for a face-to-face meeting between Presidents Putin and Trump adds another layer of complexity. While both leaders have expressed openness to such a meeting, no concrete plans have been made. A meeting at the presidential level could signal a major breakthrough. However, it also carries significant risks if not handled carefully. The international community is watching these developments with a mix of hope and apprehension. European leaders, while supportive of the dialogue, have expressed concerns about being excluded from the initial talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky has emphasized that any agreement must involve Ukraine and guarantee its security. The exclusion of Ukraine and European nations from the Riyadh meeting has raised questions about the potential outcomes. Critics argue that any agreement reached without their involvement will be difficult to implement. They also fear that Russia might use these talks to advance its own interests at the expense of Ukraine. Despite these concerns, the upcoming US-Russia meeting represents a crucial opportunity. The stakes are incredibly high. The outcome could determine the trajectory of the war in Ukraine. It could also reshape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. The world waits with bated breath, hoping for a breakthrough that will bring an end to the conflict and usher in a new era of peace and stability.